Hello, welcome to another video of Reinaldo chess lesson. Today we are going to record another chapter of Climbing the Rating Tower. We are going to play a couple of games, 5+5. Later we are going to do probably an analyze in case that we need to verify something specific. So let's look for the first opponent of the day, 5+5 game. Okay, against Charlotte from Argentina. Okay, E4 opening. Let's play G6, the modern defense. Bishop G7. The modern is very similar with the pair, but we have to kick the diagonal open. Bishop D3. Now the pawn on B2 is without defense, so some C5 move may be interesting. Also, knight here is interesting as well because from that location I can attack the pawn and try to jump to G4 to harass the bishop eventually. But okay, let's try this. Okay, C3, logical response, just keeping the center. Okay, now, as the knight cannot come to C3 to defend the pawn, I think it's a good moment to put some pressure here with knight F6. If he advances, I can go to D5, winning a tempo on the bishop. Maybe F3 is interesting to the, okay, bishop D3. I can take on D4. Also, I can kick the tension. Some D5 move, E5, knight G4. There is also some queen B6 ideas. I like a lot the D5, E5, knight G4, and later with some queen B6 idea. Let's do this. I think can be interesting. Okay. Now can I go with, in case of knight G4, bishop B5 check, knight C6. So looks like still logical. Have to be careful. Okay, let's go for that. Try to win the bishop pair. If he moves the bishop, I can consider some queen B6 to put pressure on B2 and also on D4. Okay, he did bishop G5. Okay, with knight C6, I can increase the pressure on D4. Also, I can play takes, and queen B6. Because if I play queen B6 directly, he has queen B3. If I takes, queen B6, maybe interesting. Also, he's playing H3, queen B6, queen B3, C4, queen takes, pawn takes, bishop C2. But there I am losing some tension in the center. Really, I don't want to push the pawn. Okay, also F6 may be interesting as well. Pawn takes, and try to castle quickly, looking for some rook E8 checks. Maybe short castle, H3, knight takes F2, and later F6. Takes. But that looks... Also, I am thinking, well, let's do this. normal developed move. Okay, knight F3. I think now F6 may be interesting to try to undermine the center. I was thinking in queen B6 initially, but I am mixing plans here a little bit, trying to play in all the sectors of the board. In case of the capture, I can recapture with the pawn. I have to be careful with my knight. I can retrieve the knight to h6 always. So now the rook can come here with check. That is good because I think that okay, he's ready to castle. I can try to increase the pressure on the bishop before he castle. Maybe with queen e7. Let's do this to prevent that he castle. A way to try to increase the pressure on the b, maybe b6, bishop a6. h3 are some maybe a logical option, but I can retrieve the knight here, ready to jump later to f5, chasing the bishop. Let's see, because it's maybe the best that he can do is something like probably king f1, king d2. It's too crazy because the bishop can come here with a check. Okay, knight there. So yeah, I have to find a way to increase the pressure. I can do bishop f5 looking for this, but he's going to move the knight in the next. So I think b6 makes a lot of sense to try to. Yeah, he's looking for this knight f1, knight e3 to block there. But okay, I can capture here. I will play b6 looking for bishop a6. This move, okay, is also I am reinforcing the center. Bishop a6, pawn takes the knight, bishop takes on e2, and later I can win more material. So let's go for that. Maybe he have to play right now c4. In case of c4, pawn takes on g4, but I can push to c3, again increasing the pressure one more time. I think, well, maybe he have to play something like 95. That can be a last resource, but I can capture with the knight. Yeah, in case of the capture on e6, I have knight f3 check with double check. The queen and the knight, and also this guy is hanging. Let's see. Yeah, he's thinking a lot because I think there is no way to prevent uh, material losses in this position. Okay, knight if he did that move, but I can capture on e5 with the knight for sure. He will be able to castle and coordinate, but that will be just an extra pieces for me. So let's do this. In case of the capture of the knight, okay, he went for this. I have knight e3 check, followed by knight takes here. Also, I have knight f3 check, capturing the bishop on h4. So I have to evaluate what would be better for me. I think I can maybe the capture of the bishop. Well, the Elias bishop is very active as well. Knight f3, king f1, knight takes on h4. He cannot play there some bishop b7, knight d3, knight takes on a6. Looks also very tempting. Maybe that would be better, I think, because I consider that this bishop may be more important because it's controlling a lot of e squared. So let's play this. King f1 and knight takes on a6. Maybe he's going to move the knight, but I can push, creating the outpost. Well, this outpost on d3 is known as the octopus. That is very advanced and controlling a lot of squares in the enemy terrain. Also, you have to be careful because if he moves the queen looking for some tricks, I have an Arabian maid sacrificing the queen. So you have to be very careful. Okay, knight f6. And now let's do c4 just to, okay, to consolidate the location of the octopus there. Yeah, and this is extra piece. Okay, b3, he's trying to undermine the base of the outpost. I can play b5. Takes. With the d or with the b? Probably with the b. Queen a4, maybe a move. I have to play fast. Okay, knight there. If I capture with the pawn, the queen is going to be hanging. So I have to capture with the knight. Sure. Pawn takes, queen takes. Defending d5. Okay, bishop g3, hitting the queen. I can capture on c3. Okay, I will capture here because after the capture with check, I can hide my king and also his rook is hanging. So I think it's safe and also I can try to get this square to break. Looks like risky, a bit complicated, but now rook d1 maybe is his move, the best move to try to prevent the trade of the queens, but I can play knight b4, knight d3, creating the octopus again. Also, my rooks are well placed because I don't lie a square. You cannot bother them with the dart square bishop. So the position is very solid. You don't have any kind of counterplay, and also when the knight lands in the outposts, I am threatening checkmate a couple of. Okay, he did that. Okay, well, I can simplify, but let's play fast. He can take the pawn, but check. Trade a couple of rooks. Takes. 26 to protect c4. Well, the rook is hanging. I have to be careful. Okay, it's attacking the rook. I almost blunder. Let's do queen d7. And here I have to find the way to push the pass pawn. I I would like to use the Tarrasch rule, rook behind the pass pawn to support the advance later. Some f5 move are useful also to activate my bishop that at the moment is not playing. Yeah, let's go for that. That's why I'm trapping here the bishop, I think. Okay, let's do this move. Rook behind the pass pawn. I could play f4, but in case of f4, c3, c2, rook e7, queen takes, and I can promote the new queen. Okay, takes. I have to be careful with the background. Now it's all about push the pawn to promote. Okay, he's looking for some counterplay. I can play f4, and after bishop takes, queen a4 with a fork, with a double attack. he still have rook f7. But in case of rook f7, rook f8, forcing more simplifications. Also, I have queen takes on f4, rook takes, and bishop d5. Just to simplify. Now, yeah, you can promote a new queen, and that's all. Probably it's a good moment to resign. You don't want to resign. Let's make some pre-move. Okay. Very dynamic game. As usual happens in the modern defense. So let's look for the second opponent of the day. Okay. New 5+5. Okay, black pieces again. Well, oh, but this is 500 player and did A3. I'm going to abort this game because, yeah, probably will not be instructive against John Kennedy. Let's look for a new opponent. Hopefully, okay, yeah, this is Alba 59 from Scotland. Okay, let's play E4 games. Okay, we have a French defense. Let's play, what can I do? Let's play D4. And let's do the exchange variant. Okay, very modest. Knight F3. Bishop F5. Okay, well, that move, a quickly development of the bishop. Well, B7 is now a little bit weak. Maybe I can try to take advantage of that with some C4 ideas. Let's go for that. Trying to play some quickly queen B3 move. Let's see. Okay, he did the check. Let's block with the knight to kick pieces on the board. If you want to simplify, he have to create some imbalance. I have queen A4 check, but he can cover with the knight. Okay, I say that I did this to play queen B3. So I'm going to be consistent with my plan. I'm going to do that because with the queen on B3, I can increase the pressure on D5 as well. Let's do that. Hitting the bishop. Maybe he's going to play knight C6 anyway. But in that case, I can capture on, maybe I can capture on D5. Okay, he did the check. Defending the bishop makes sense. Now I think I have to block with the data square bishop because he's supported by the pawn. Really, I don't like too much uh, what is happening here because he can increase the pressure on the bishop with some knight g4. Maybe it's a bit premature, but yeah, it looks interesting. Sure, I cannot see any good reply against knight g4. Okay, short castle. Yeah, he's playing very well. I have to prevent that knight g4 idea. So let's play h3. Looks very passive, but yeah, that knight g4 incoming chasing the bishop really looks very scary. So I have to prevent that he can increase the pressure. I did something wrong in the opening for sure because yeah, I dislike the opening. Probably c4 was too fast. Maybe there is another way to deal with that quickly bishop f5 move. Maybe something simple like bishop d3 and trading bishops and looking for a quickly development castling short. This unbalance is not good for me. Maybe I can try. I was thinking of some c5 move, but yeah, to win the bishop pair. But in case of c5, it will trade followed by knight g4. So you have to take care of that square first. Okay, 94, increasing the pressure on c3. Also, he have some knight g3 ideas because I cannot capture there due to the bishop hanging on it. That was clever. c5, bishop takes, pawn takes, knight g3 is very annoying. Yeah, that move was very strong. What can I do here? I am considering long castle, but that just looks suicidal, and there is some Boden's made patterns probably. Long castle, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop a3, but I can play there king d2 maybe, trying to play with the king in the middle of the board. It's interesting, but I think that I have to do that maybe. Well, in any case, he still have the same knight g3 move. Uh, very annoying this position. a3, bishop takes, knight g3, rook g1. I can castle long, probably knight g3. Castle long looks horrible because he can open. Well, but if I castle long, also I am attacking on d5 with the knight. Okay, well, this looks very bad, but I will play this. Hoping to complicate the game, but yeah, the point is that, okay, moving the king out of the pin, suddenly I am increasing the pressure here. Really, the threat is win a pieces because will be a 4. So if he continue with knight g3, I can capture on d5, winning the data square bishop. Okay, he did this. I have to recapture with the pawn. Knight g3 is incoming. Knight g3, rook g1, knight takes the bishop, rook takes, pawn takes, queen a3 check, king d2, queen b2 check, king e1, and that will be checkmate pretty soon. Okay, he did that move. I think I can capture on d5, and after knight a5, queen b4. Okay, I will take this pawn. Cannot see why not. Now queen b4 offering a queen trade. Maybe I can consolidate. I can survive because my king is really too exposed. So be able to trade queens will be a relief for me. Maybe it's unavoidable because the knight is hanging. So if he don't have a clever tactical idea, the trade of the queen is just imminent. Yeah, I think really he cannot avoid unless he sacrifices the knight, and I cannot see a good way to sacrifice the knight. So probably he have to capture, pawn takes, later knight c3, rook d2. Well, no, if knight c3, I can just capture the knight, trading the rook for the two knights. So yeah, actually the knight is trapped because after queen takes, pawn takes, the knight in the edge of the board don't have any square to go. So probably he is losing material. I think that the best practical decision for him is just move the queen somewhere and kick the queens on the board. Without the queens, the position is just hopeless. Okay, I can capture. Well, he's trying to open the C file. I can, if I capture the pawn with the pawn, it's still a possibility. He can try to, but if I do that, he can do b6, saving the knight. So I have to capture the knight now or never. He's going to take on d4. Okay, he didn't do that. Well, what he's doing is logical because he managed to kick the queens on the board. That is very important to try to create some kind of complications. So the queen is under attack. Let's play queen a3 to pin that pawn. He's incoming with some rook c8 move. I have to connect my rooks and complete development. So let's play bishop a6. Okay, rook there. I have some bishop f4 move, maybe. Let's do that. The rook is under attack. Maybe he is going to play rook d7, probably. Also, I am ready to centralize the other rook. The position is a mess. I can do d6, but knight takes on d6. Rook a d1. Rook takes on d5. Okay, let's bring the other rook. To play with all the pieces. Really, it's very difficult calculate what's going on here, but okay, queen da. If I play d6, rook knight takes, bishop takes. Also, I can do, yeah, I think d6 is a nice move to try to simplify the position. Let's play that. Because he have to capture. Okay, he took that pawn there. Attacking my rook. Can I play bishop b5? Also, rook d2. 94, I can double rooks. Oh, he have a check on d3, but the bishop, maybe he can miss the backward move, probably. Okay, knight takes d4, hitting the bishop. I can, yeah, let's do this. He cannot pin the queen in case of knight takes on c3 because the square is under control. I took here to win a tempo hitting the bishop. Also, rook takes on e4. It's another idea. In any case, my king is very, very exposed. Okay, let's take the bishop. The knight is hanging. I have some checks on e7. Okay, I can take the knight right now. Do that. Maybe I should do the check first. Okay, now I have some background checkmate here because the g7 square is covered by the knight. Takes, is gainer. Okay, so let's do a brief review of both games. Let's go for that. Okay, now we are going to start with a brief analysis of both games. I can see that in the first one, really, I didn't have too much trouble, but the second one was a complete chaos, really. Let's go for this game of the modern defense. Okay, so far so good. Pressure on d4, he protect, d5, chasing the bishop. Yeah, let's go for the critical moment of the game. Short castle, f6. Here, this is an inaccuracy because the bishop there is going to be out of the game. After the check, okay, queen e7. Here, this is an important moment. According to the engine, I am losing the advantage, and the best way to continue is with queen b6, putting pressure on b2. Despite, okay, the engine says that, I have to be agree because it's the engine, but in other hand, the textual move create at the same time some practical difficulties for the opponent because the point of that is that prevent short castle. Okay, he continued with normal development. That is a mistake. The engine recommend for him just capture the pawn on c5, and the point of that is just be able to enable the d4 square for the knight to support the bishop and be able to castle and relieve. That is a excellent defense. From this point of the game, really, bishop a6 and the position is completely hopeless. We can see here that black already have -2 of advantage. So let's go for the next game. In the next game, I was playing with white. And really here, I think that I make some opening mistakes. Was a French defense. I think the change variant, but really my opponent surprised me with this quickly development of the last square bishop. Because now I cannot play bishop d3. During the game, I was thinking that I could try to put some pressure on b7. For that reason, I did c4. That is also okay, but yeah, bishop d3, recapture with the queen and quickly short castle have to be okay. So I went for this. And actually, the check on b4 in combination with the knight on c6 seems to be like the best way to fight against all those Monte Carlo setups that are all those structured with white, where white have to play with the IQP. He did the check on e7, and here I block with the dart square bishop. They did this because um, I have the feeling that blocking with the last square bishop, they won't be able to castle because eventually black can just remove the defender of the bishop. But the engine is suggesting that. Let me open here the analyze. Says that bishop d2, and after short castle, this didn't happen in the game. I have the engine alternative. C takes on d5. Well, this is just wow, because what is the point of this? What about rook e8 right now? It's not an engine suggestion at the moment, but let me try. Maybe I can block the files somehow. Yeah, knight e5, taking the outputs and blocking to avoid the pressure. Okay, well, that variant is very sharp. We go back. Okay, so in the game, I block with the dart square bishop. Not too bad. Here, really, I was a bit worried about knight g4. And knight g4 is the second option of the stockfish, but okay, short castle apparently is a thought engine move. Now here I did h3 to prevent knight g4, and actually is a mistake. Well, in accuracy, really the advantage for black is not decisive yet, but okay, my opponent did 94. Following the opening principle, moving the same pieces twice. So in the opening phase, we would like to kick the position as in the simpler way possible. So knight c6, simple developed move, and black kicks an advantage of -1.5. So after 94, okay, here I did long castle. That really, I knew that that move wouldn't be the best one, but really I couldn't find any good way to prevent the knight g3 move incoming. That reason I did this. Okay, he took with the bishop, pawn takes. Now knight c6, that this is a mistake due to the capture on d5. The engine suggests here for black, just c6, reinforcing on d5 or knight d7. So here I can capture, winning a tempo, and yeah, the trouble is that apparently the knight don't have move the knight to the background. It's illogical, disconnecting the rooks and after lose material. So he decides to try to be consistent, but this was even worse because after queen b4, there is a piece of disadvantage, and the advantage is +4 for white. So the second game was so smooth for me. I did some opening mistakes again in that exchange variant of the French defense, but okay, some interesting things to learn from the couple of games. I hope you enjoy the analyze, the comments. So don't forget, if you enjoy the content of the channel, like and subscribe and share with your friends. Hope to see you in a new series. Bye.